What is up, everybody? This is Riding Insane. Excuse the voice. I think I'm coming down with something. But welcome to episode number 6 of the build series on the Ultimate Yamaha R6 that we are building together. Today we're going to be installing a Quickshifter and Autoblipper on this beast of a bike. So if you guys watch the channel, you guys should watch the videos. You guys know that this is a mod that I've always been asking about. This is a mod that I've always desired in the deepest section of my heart. And as I want to mention one important thing before we begin this video is that this is not a sponsored video. All right, your boy Sane reached out to dozens of people asking if you would like to sponsor a video for this, but they all said hell no, go to hell. This one I want to shout out to my patrons because their help and support is, you know, partially the reason I was able to get this Quickshifter and Autoblipper, because everyone's chipping in together. So hey, shout out to my patrons. And I'm very scared right now because we'll have to be taking off the tank, both seats will come off, and there's an air box under this gold beautiful tank. I'll have to take that off, and like we're gonna be going in deep into the R6 and doing stuff, and I've never done that before. I don't know even what an engine coil is or any of this harnesses stuff, but we have to tap into some engine coil, stator, something. I'm gonna try to show you guys as much as I can, but I really have to concentrate myself because I'm gonna be taking off bolts and all sorts of stuff that usually, whenever I'm taking off things from the bike, I usually misplace them. So without any further ado, welcome to episode number 6, unsponsored. So next up, let's show you guys all the parts and take it from there. All right then, what's up everybody? We are back. These are all the products that we're gonna be working with. And it doesn't seem like a lot, and if it doesn't seem like a lot to you, then you're just, I don't know, really, I don't know, you're a genius, all right? We're gonna be changing the quick shift rod, so we're gonna be making our custom one. We might have to be cutting, sawing things off. So yeah, basically these are all the rods that we're gonna be using. Now this right here is a quick shifting ECU. So this little box thingy is the ECU. And then it has all these different wires that have to connect to like different places. This right here is also gonna be going on the quick shifting rod. It's a sensor or something, I have no idea. And on this side, we have the huge thing you guys can see right here. Is the ECU for the blip assist. And same thing, we have a bunch of little wires we gotta connect to different places. And then we have this cool little thing. It's called the Pitlane warm-up button. This is gonna be installed on the handlebars of the R6. But the cool thing about this is that as soon as you turn on the bike, you can press this button, hold it for 3 seconds, let it go. It's automatically gonna blip your bike. So it does it by itself 100 times to warm your bike up. So each time we turn on the R6, we're just gonna hold this for 3 seconds, let it go. It's gonna blip the throttle 100 times, and once it's done, we're ready to ride. This little thing right here is all for the blip assist. So we can downshift without using the clutch. And this is so we can upshift without using the clutch. So we're gonna be using all of these cables are gonna be going inside of the bike. And once again, I'll try to record as much as I can, but no guarantees. So let me take everything off, and until I get to the intricate part, I'll chime back in. Hola, ¿cómo estás? And we're back. I removed the passenger seat, the rider seat, tanks up. I took the little sliders off that go in this location right here. Gold little nugget of a tank is propped up with a mallet. This is the airbox. I don't know what airbox is for, but it's called an airbox. What we're gonna be doing is there's a top part of the airbox right here, and then as you guys can see, you guys gotta see that line over there. So this right here is the bottom part of the airbox. This is the top part. So once we take this part off, we'll take the bottom part off as well. We're doing stuff under this airbox. Also, we're gonna be doing stuff here and maybe putting stuff in here, because as you guys saw, those things are little ECU things are pretty big. We're gonna have to put them somewhere. We do have space in there a little bit. I really don't know if that can fit stuff in there. All right, guys, if you guys see me faint in the middle of this video, it's because all the gas fumes in here. So what I did was we opened the cap right there, used this little tool to siphon about almost, I want to say 2.5 worth of gasoline out of here. Hello there. So, sorry about that voice. I don't know, because all these gas fumes, I think I'm high. So we have the gas tank off. Like I said, there was this one bolt that we had to remove. Once we took that bolt off, the gas tank pretty much just came off. So this is how the bike looks without a tank. So I kind of don't like it because that tank is such a big gold piece of awesomeness. I put the lid back on the airbox and I turned it all the way around. This is not blue like it is, this is painter's tape. This is the throttle bodies or the holes like I refer to. Because I'm not sure what the throttle body is. I don't know what the throttle body is. That doesn't make any sense, throttle body. But anyways, these are the things that you have to take care of a lot and not to drop anything in there. So what I did was, right when I took it off, I wanted to show you guys, but I didn't want to take a chance. So I taped it all off. I don't know, I feel like crying. I've been at this for about 3 hours to take everything off. But it's okay, we're taking our time and I'm going super slow to make sure I'm doing everything correctly. I don't get angry, because if I get angry, I break things. So the thing called coils, I don't know what coils really mean, but I don't know if you guys can see this, but this little black thing right here, I don't know if you guys can see that, this thing I'm touching right there, there's 4 of them. So there's one right there, you see that little thingy that's shining with the light? Right there, there's one of those, 2, 3, and then 4. And they actually number off by 1, 2, 3, 4. There are, I think they're called ignition coils or something. They have this little thing, adapter, which for the love of God, I cannot show you because it's so dark in there. They have these adapter thingies on there, pretty much like a plug, like, you know, like this kind of plug is black, but it's connected into the coil. So that little thing, it has this little thing connected to it. We're supposed to take this off and add the Quickshifter one on there. Hard part is that there's one right there, and then if you guys look closely, there's one right there, and there's 2 of them over there. It's really hard to reach. My hands aren't small hands. I need a girl with me right now, so she can like reach in there and pull things off. I won't be able to record that process, but basically we need to go in there, take off the switch that's on there, and put on the switch for the Quickshifter. So right there we have the Quickshifter ECU. Then we have this thing right here that connects to those engine coil stuff. This connects to it, these connect to it, to the engine coils. The one with the yellow dot is supposed to, you're supposed to swap out the wires. So as you guys can see, this is red and gray, and then this notch has a blue in it. I had to take the blue one out, put it in this hole, take these 2 out, put it in that hole, and did the same thing with this. I reversed the gray and white ones. Since this kit is universal for some bikes, you have to do that. It's very, very easy to do it. Basically, if you look inside, I don't know if the camera can focus that well, but if you look inside, there's like a little notch in there that you're supposed to lift up. As soon as you lift that notch up, you can take this wire out and then swap it out. So that was pretty simple. I was kind of scared about that part. I thought I had like solder or something, but we don't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install all these things in there, and I don't know where this will go. I think this will go into the Quickshifter, and then this will go into the battery. But what I'm gonna do is install this into the engine coils to the best of my knowledge. And then as soon as we finish that, we'll go into the Autoblipper, do that one. Once we finish that, then we'll go into working on the rod. I should have done the rod first, but since the bike is already open and we're already kind of working with the Quickshifter Autoblipper stuff, let's install that. Once that's in there, then I can actually plug things in and see if it's working or not. So for now, we're gonna go kind of raw, and we're doing things the harder stuff first and then the easier stuff. So what we're gonna do is pretty much go in there, start removing plugs and adding the Quickshifter stuff in there. All right guys, we're back. It's a mess. I've been doing this for so many hours. It's just hella confusing. We have wires, like I did the part where you're supposed to connect everything to the engine coils. So if you guys see inside like that, the wires are all connected to the engine coils. That part was pretty simple. It was kind of hard to get to every place, but I did that. I have another wire here that's supposed to connect to this thing right here. I have to unplug that, and then this will go in the middle. That's fine as well. I hate when companies put instructions, but they don't write step by step on how to do it, or even make a simple video talking about their product. Like, you're paying so much for a product, they should at least put in some effort in the installation so you don't have to always take it to a dealership or a mechanic to do it. Also, I have no idea on how to use this thing right here. Like, how the hell do you use this thing? A lot of you guys who are like mechanically inclined are probably like, hey dude, that's so simple. No, how the hell do you use this? Like, I don't get it. How do you connect this thing to a wire? Do you just clip it on there and that's it? Or like, how does that work? So what I'm gonna do next is work on the quick shift rod. So I'll size that up. That thing's pretty simple. And then I'm just gonna play around with the wires, see what works, see what doesn't, because I honestly have put in hours in this and I'm not getting anywhere. What is up, sluts? I'm sorry, Saiyans, whatever. We're back in Hyperbolic Time Chamber. It's been a while, all right? It's been a while. It's been a couple of hours, a lot of troubleshooting. Bike's been moved around. There's tape on the wall, punches on the wall, a lot of wires. Look at all these wires. But the cool thing is I actually know where everything is going. So as I mentioned, I couldn't show you the coil stuff because it's so deep in there. There's no way I can get a camera angle to get in there. But basically you have plugs coming from your Quickshifter. Plugs coming in from your Quickshifter, they go into your coils. You have 4 of them. I think it's called coils. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 coils. You're gonna connect, and you have wires from your Quickshifter that connect to each of the coils, all right? So once you do that, you're done for the Quickshifter part with the coils. Second thing, since we're doing also a blip assist, this also has wires that need to connect into the coil, but they're not gonna go straight into the coil. They're gonna go into the Quickshifter, which goes into the coil, and then the Quickshifter plug goes into the blip assist, and the blip assist goes into the Quickshift. Doesn't make that much sense, but if you have the parts, you know what I'm talking about. Once you do that, you have 2 of these. Both go to your battery, I believe, because both of them said battery on there on the instructions. One is from the blip assist, one is from the Quickshift. They both go to your battery, so pretty much right, boom, boom, right there. We're gonna tie those in. Other thing that kind of threw me off for the longest time, I tried to get as much help as I can, but in the end, who helped me was my girl. All right, then you have these 2 wires that are coming from the blip assist. This thing goes right here. So this took me a long time to figure out, but at the end, my girl helped me. We have, you see this little metal pin thingy? So there's this little plastic cover that goes over the metal pin thing. You're supposed to take that off and add this little spade connector there. I tried to find out so long, I just was in the instructions, but it wasn't as clear. But then, you know, sometimes when you're frustrated and you're reading the instructions, you're reading, but you're not really reading. So my girl helped me with that. And then we have this extra green-blue plug, which is gonna go into that, remember that thing I told you that's gonna be mounted here where you press the button and it blips the throttle a couple of times, 100 times? So that's gonna go there. I'm sorry, this is not installation instructions. This is just me trying to show you guys how I'm doing it, which is all over the place. But again, if I can do this and this, God, please, if this works, then anyone in the world can do it, because I, like I said, am not mechanically inclined at all. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna route all these wires correctly. Once everything is routed correctly, then we're gonna put in the last thing over here for the power for the blip assist. Once the power for the blip assist is there here, and power is given here, then we're gonna start assembling the bike back and see what happens. I think I did everything correctly, but you never know because it's me, I'm an idiot. I probably did everything wrong, so we'll figure it out. So let me route all these wires because right now it looks like a bloodbath of wires. Once I route everything, I'll let you guys know. This is the Quickshifter plug. We're gonna be plugging into the plug coming from the rod. If you guys can see down there, there you go. So that's the blip unit. I put it down there because there's a lot of gap down there, so I put it over there. We have the Quickshifter unit right here. Put it on the battery terminals, tighten the bolts, everything is good. Shocked myself pretty bad, so tied that up. Added the spacer connector thingy right there, spade connector or whatever. And then we have our power shift button, or not power shift, but the warm up button right there. Panel is removed, the wires go down here, then feet under there. So we're gonna put the bike back together. It's not that hard, it's a little time consuming, but it's not that hard. And then once we do that, then I'll turn the bike on, hopefully it doesn't blow up. Then I'll see if it's actually working or not. If not, then I don't know. And we're back. What is up, everybody? This is Running Insane. For you guys, it's a small cut. But for me, it's actually not 1, not 2, almost 3 days since I've been working on this bike. Or actually, I took a 3-day break. I put the tank back. So you guys saw that everything was done. I showed you guys, this is, you know, like we're gonna test it out, see if everything's working. We got the Quickshifter, the rod that we created right there, the custom rod. I even mapped out the area. I mapped out, blue tape shows how the rod was originally, like the position. So then my goal was to make it as close as possible to that. We did some cutting with a Dremel tool. Some parts were recorded, some parts weren't because I was just exhausted. Basically what happened was I put the bike together, I started it up, used the Pitlane mode, it worked. I was hella excited. I couldn't wait to grab my camera and show you guys that everything is working, do the outro, and tell you guys to look forward to the next video. But then what happened was I was like, all right, let me take it around the block. Let me ride it around. Let me test that Quickshifter, how smooth it is. Let me see how buttery smooth the Autoblipper is gonna be. But what happened was that nothing worked. I went for a ride, and then whenever I was shifting up, the bike would accelerate. All right, the bike would accelerate like crazy. I didn't record it, so basically I couldn't upshift and I couldn't downshift. And I could downshift, the only way I would downshift was if I take this little peg lever, this is where your foot usually is, and you press down on it. You press down on this and it shifts. I was pushing it down to downshift, and I was just pushing the hell out of it. And that's not how a Quickshifter works, right? I've ridden bikes with Quickshifters, that's not how a Quickshifter is supposed to work. And there's no way in hell that they're selling a product where you have to basically put the almighty strength of your entire body and basically twerk on this little peg, the lever, gear lever thing to go down a gear. So I got extremely sad, super sad, brought the bike in, try to figure out what was the issue, did some more troubleshooting, could not figure anything out. But then the people that I bought this part from, so the link is gonna be in the description below, Moto Mummy. I highly recommend you guys, as a retailer, highly recommend you guys go to them because I bought the product from them. I told them that I was troubleshooting and that I couldn't get this to work. And I told them that, hey, can you please provide me a number that I can contact and figure out, you know, where can I fix this from? And they actually said, you know what, we've installed this part before. How about we help you through it? But I routed a wire in here that probably is supposed to go somewhere else, so I swapped wires. One's supposed to go in one, the other's supposed to go in the other, I swapped it. Whenever I ride and I try to upshift, the bike accelerates because it's trying to auto blip, but it's supposed to do that for downshift, not upshift. So right now what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna open up the bike again, swap the wires, see if it works, and if it does, then I'm just gonna fall in love with Moto Mummy and we're gonna buy all our products from there. We'll try to. So sorry that this episode is long, but hey, this is how it is. All right, guys, hopefully you guys can see this. We have this wire right here that I'm holding. It has green, blue, it has two wires with it, all right? Two pair of wires. The green, blue right here, and then the red, yellow, or orange, yellow. This comes from the Quickshifter rod. This thing right here, this thing has a wire in the back. It comes from there. If you guys can see that wire, that's the wire that goes all the way over there. So the issue I was having where I was not able to, every time I try to quick shift, it, you know, accelerated like crazy. Basically what we need to do is take this wire, put it in here, take this wire, put it in there. And if we do that, then the bike should be running easily. So let me go ahead and do that and then test the bike out. If everything is amazing, then the very next clip you're gonna see is of the Baby R6 quick shifting and auto blipping, all right? So we're back. All I'm gonna say that it works. And we have the rear stand that I put this bike on, and I just wanna let you guys know it works. I was gonna show you guys a little bit of a clip, but once again, this video is not sponsored, so I can do whatever the hell I want. More freedom. The next video of the R6, all right, is gonna have the first ride with the Quickshifter and Autoblipper, the mod that I've wanted since forever. And I can't believe all I had to do was swap two wires. So huge shout out to Danny for Moto Mummy. As I showed you guys in the previous clips, we have the Quickshifter right there, the unit, Quickshifter units right there, Autoblipper units right there. But that area gets really hot. So what I'm gonna do is, once again, shout out to Moto Mummy. What they told me was, take the ECU off, route the wires, and put everything in here. That's the best bet for a street bike or a race bike if you're doing this, but that's the best bet. So that's what we're gonna be doing. So I wanted to show you guys the Quickshifter's mounted right here next to the speed cell battery. And then we have the ECU unit for the blip assist back in the rear passenger seat. Power start, warm up, pit lane thingy housed right here. But overall, everything went on pretty nicely. Yeah, so until next time, this is Riding Insane. This concludes episode 6. And remember, I believe episode 9 is when we fix that seat. So very soon, this R6's look is gonna change completely again. So until next time, it's Riding Insane. I'm out, and I'm out. Peace. Subscribe, link is a link, because I love you. I'm out.